Well, it's trick-or-treating season, and kids are set to take in a candy haul. Dr. David Rizzuko with Priority Health is here to suggest some other healthier treats to pass out and how to make sure your child doesn't overdo it on too much of the sweet stuff. Thank you for being here with us, Dr. David Rizzuko. So how much candy is too much for kids in one night?
Yeah, so not all candy is created equal, right?
Yeah.
So the sugar content of the candy that we're talking about is really kind of the driver of that. So, for example, a full-size, regular-sized chocolate bar, milk chocolate bar, is going to have anywhere from about 20 to 30 grams of sugar in that, refined sugar, in that one candy bar, which is almost the recommended daily allowance for a child. So that one candy bar is the total day of sugar for the child, and so that doesn't include the other foods that they're actually eating. So our meals are typically giving us sugar as well. So that one candy bar is almost getting to the point where it's already too much. But the one day that you have, that we have a lot is Halloween. And so we're expecting that children might overeat a little bit on Halloween, but be more mindful about doing that on the regular. So a full-size candy bar on an everyday basis, probably not a great idea. Yeah, moderation.
My mom would take our candy bags and she would hide them and give us, a couple pieces a day. Maybe she was eating our candy. I don't know. That's a different story.
Exactly. Little portions and making sure that you're kind of rationing it out, because that sugar content that you're getting, that really can kind of hit the system, and it can create some adverse side effects.
So are there healthier treats that, still feel festive?
Yeah, absolutely. So when we talk about the candy, not all candy has sugar added. You can actually find candies or treats that have no sugar added, maybe dehydrated fruit, or like a fruit roll-up that would be still, tasty and enjoyable to a child, but less sugared or less refined sugared. Something like snack pack pretzel sizes. Maybe even some things that are non-food, or fruit or something like that in the tray. We actually had children who put an apple on the tray. Amazing how many times an apple goes. Or even some non-food items. So things like stickers or little toys, exactly, school supplies, pens, pencils, erasers. One year we threw change and
get those
shiny nickels and shiny coins. Those go quick, and so just let parents know that you're doing that. There is something, the purple or the teal pumpkin project, right, that folks are familiar with over the past couple of years, and that just lets folks know that you have non-food items in your home.
But what are the short-term effects of a candy binge, though?
Yeah, so you think of that sugar, that refined sugar, is hitting the system very, very quickly, and we tend to get that sugar high. So we can get very hyperactive. It can affect sleep that night. So if you do a couple of those candy bars at night, probably going to have a tough time getting to bed. But then the body's hormonal responses tend to drive that sugar back down, and so then we kind of crash off the sugar. And so that can be problematic too, because that's when the children will get irritable and they get cranky, and then you have an upset child, which is not fun to be around.
Yeah, exactly. So what should kids be eating before they head out tomorrow?
Right, so that's another really good point. Going out on a full stomach is probably don't go out hungry. You're going to be in that bag. And you do want to go through the candy to make sure that your children aren't, eating something that they shouldn't be, or that they may have a reaction to. So getting them some type of good nutrition, a balanced diet, so even a healthy fat, good protein source, maybe a hearty soup. Thinking about might be a little cool, might be a little rainy, so something that has sustenance on the stomach to kind of fill them up and moderate that sugar that they're going to potentially ingest.
Halloween is a teaching lesson, right?
What's that?
Halloween is a teaching lesson, right?
A teaching lesson specifically for nutrition, and we just talked about moderation and refined sugars versus healthy sugar, like the difference of sugar between a strawberry versus a candy bar. So absolutely a good time to teach your children about moderation and eating right.
Awesome. Well, have fun tomorrow, be safe, and eat right, right?
Eat right, exactly.
All right. Thank you, Dr. David Rizzuko, for being with us.